I think of tokenization / blockchain / crypto as the next level to fintech, right, or digital finance. And qualifying from that, when we had COVID, one of the things that had a big uptick was online brokers, right? Especially in emerging markets. Like in India, the online broker market grew massively. Some of them became bigger than physical or regular brokers or traditional brokers, largely because people now had access. They did have access previously, but they were at home, they had more time, they could do research. They don't have their boss looking over their shoulder or having colleagues who snitch on them. But essentially, they got to then access and participate in the stock market. And that kind of kept the stock markets very busy because you now had people actively participating. That is part of wealth inclusion, right? That petered out later on as now people know, okay, I can also trade. I can trade online. I don't have to call up a broker and everybody listen to what I'm saying. I can just do that on my phone. I can choose what I want. I don't have to, if there's a news impending, I don't need to wait to call up my broker and say, okay, there's a disruption in the Middle East, oil is going to get impacted, or I want to purchase shares of an oil company, right? I call up my broker, he'll give me 5 options. I think about it. By that time, that price is gone, right? Or if it's midnight in Hong Kong and it's midday in the US and the president says something and this is going to impact, through your online connections, Interactive Brokers or anybody else gives you access to the US markets. Now you could do that immediately. Whereas if you call your broker sitting in Shangwan, he's probably at home sleeping somewhere, right? And not going to answer your phone call either. And he can't even trade that right now because the Hong Kong stock market is closed. So that was the digital side of things. Now with tokenization, what you are getting is potential access through fractionalization, right? So earlier, you typically, as an individual, have to purchase a property, right? And I think the statistic, and I'm sure of it, but it may have changed or worsened since I heard it last, is that an average person in Hong Kong, in their average lifetime, earning an average income, will never be able to own a property, right? Given the average price of a property in Hong Kong, generally speaking, right? Now, how do you change that? If that can now be split into 100 parts, let's not think thousands, let's just say 100 parts. For those of you who are good at maths, that would be 100,000 Hong Kong dollars, right? Immediately changes the game. And this is about, okay, I can now have this. It's not about living somewhere, right? It's about earning the rental yield, maybe, right? Now you have an access to that, which you did not have previously. If it is a commercial building, you again have access to commercial building payments, right? Doesn't necessarily always be very attractive, but this is just an access that you have. Now you can start moving up the ladder on this conversation. And that's what excites me the most, right?